Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hindy from Android Authority. Today, Samsung announced a bunch of stuff in its Samsung Unpacked 2021 event. These have been leaked for a while, but there are still some things to learn. So, let's get started. The first thing Samsung announced were two new Galaxy Watches. The first is a slightly sportier Galaxy Watch 4, and the other is the more high-end looking Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. The regular Galaxy Watch 4 is the spiritual successor to the Galaxy Watch Active 2, while the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic is the successor to the Galaxy Watch 3. The two only have a few minor differences. The Galaxy Watch 4 Classic has a physical rotating bezel, while the regular Watch 4 has a touch-enabled bezel. Both watches have multiple straps available separately if you want to customize the design. Both also have a larger variant and a smaller variant depending on what you like more. These new smartwatches are cool for a few reasons. Samsung put the 5nm Exynos W920 into these, along with 1.5GB of RAM and 16GB of storage. The processor offers a 20% increase in performance while also providing better battery life. It's also the first 5nm chip in a smartwatch ever. In addition, these smartwatches run Wear OS, along with Samsung's One UI watch skin on top, making them the first Wear OS devices with a skin. I personally think this is a great idea because skins is how Android grew, and hopefully skins is how Wear OS will grow as well. Some of the unique features of One UI watch include a plethora of health features, which we'll talk about in a moment, along with 40 watch faces out of the box. Samsung spent a bunch of time at the Unpacked event talking about fitness improvements to Samsung Health and the Galaxy Watch lineup overall. Included is improved sleep tracking, including the ability to listen to yourself snore and view your breathing patterns to see what may have impacted your sleep and when. The watches are also capable of checking your blood oxygen levels. The much bigger deal is the ability to measure your body composition through a process called bioelectrical impedance analysis, or BIA. This trio of sensors measure a bunch of things to help determine your body composition. Samsung says the process takes 15 seconds and claims the process is 98% as accurate as full-sized BIA sensors by gold standard companies. They even showed a nice little behind the scenes of the 8 years it took them to invent these little sensors. Normal BIA sensors are much larger, so this is quite the technological feat. Samsung also boasted about blood pressure and ECG monitoring in 30 countries so people around the world can keep better track of their health. Samsung is selling the Galaxy Watch 4 for $249 and the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic for $349. Another $50 on each watch grants you LTE connectivity if you don't want to be tethered to a cell phone. Pre-orders start on August 11th and they officially launch on August 26th. Samsung continued their presentation with the official announcement of the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G. To keep in line with the presentation, let's talk first about the Z Fold 3. The new Z Fold 3 sports a 7.6-inch inner display along with a 6.2-inch outer display. Both are AMOLED and have 120Hz refresh rates. The outside screen is covered by Gorilla Glass Victus. Samsung also boasted that the inside screen is 29% brighter while actually using less battery life, a boon to any smartphone owner. It also features a true under-the-display punch-hole camera. It hides itself when it's not in use and reveals itself when the camera is being used. And it looks so good. Specs are top of the line as we would expect, with a Snapdragon 888, 12GB of RAM, 256 or 512GB of storage, no SD card slot, which sucks as usual, a 4400 mAh battery, no charger in the box, which sucks as usual, 3 stereo speakers, and basically the same camera array from the Galaxy Fold 2. On its own, it's a perfectly great looking smartphone, but Samsung dialed up the hype with a few big changes from last year's Fold 2. The first is IPX8 water resistance, a first for any foldable phone. The second is the good old-fashioned S Pen. Yes, friends, we're still getting a Galaxy Note this year, just not in the way that we imagined. The S Pen is redesigned for a more sensitive folding display. It has a softer rubberized tip with a spring mechanic to help protect the inside display. Otherwise, it's very similar to last year's S Pen. Samsung also worked with Wacom to include a special double digitizer in the fold so that the S Pen can work like it does on any Note. The double digitizers work together to make everything work without being affected by the device folding, which is actually pretty neat. On the software side of things, One UI adds a software dock feature for quick access to applications you use frequently, along with enhancements to the multi-window experience. You can also add up to 3 applications at once on the single taskbar icon, and it'll open all 3 apps in multiple windows if you want it to, something that works really well for the phone's capabilities. Most stock apps, along with some Microsoft apps, were also optimized better for the device to make better use of the larger inside screen. Samsung is selling the device for $1,799 for the 256 512GB model, or $1,899 for the 512GB model. That's $200 less than the initial price of the Z Fold 2, and we like it when smartphones get cheaper. Samsung moved right along in their presentation and announced the Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G. This one didn't get as much of a massive upgrade as the Fold 3, but the Flip 3 isn't replacing the Galaxy Note, so I don't think Samsung felt the need to go over the top with it. That isn't to say that there aren't improvements, because there definitely are. The inside display has a 120Hz AMOLED display with tougher materials that Samsung says are 80% more durable than last year's foldable devices. The outside display was upgraded to a 1.9-inch AMOLED panel that actually lets you read notifications, take selfies, etc. It's over 4 times larger than it was on previous Flip devices. This one also has an IPX8 water resistance rating that the Galaxy Fold 3 also has. Also, like the Fold 3, it is not dust resistant, but water resistant is a big step. Most of the rest of the improvements come in the form of specs and the software. The phone rocks a Snapdragon 888, 8GB of RAM, a 3300 mAh battery, no charger in the box, which still sucks, no SD card slot, which also still sucks, and basically the same cameras that were on the Flip last year with some minor tweaks for better photo quality. In terms of software, the Z Flip 3 5G also runs One UI 3 with a flex mode panel that activates when you place a Flip 3 at a right angle. It also includes a fun hands-free camera feature that automatically switches between the regular and ultra-wide lenses when it senses enough people in the photo. Bixby also got 35% faster in both foldables because Bixby now processes voice commands on the device itself. The Z Flip 3 5G comes in 6 colors depending on where you buy it and starts at $999.99. Yes, friends, a foldable phone for under $1,000 before tax anyway. That may be the most exciting part of the Z Flip 3 5G. Both the Fold and the Flip are covered by Samsung Care Plus with free screen replacement if you mess it up inside of 1 year, along with a standard 1-year warranty. Both the Z Flip 3 and the Z Fold 3 are available for pre-order now and are fully available August 27th. Finally, Samsung wrapped up their announcements today with the Galaxy Buds 2. They come in 4 colors, each with a white case with insides that match the color of the buds. Samsung boasted some improvements over the previous generation, but further testing is needed to see if they're actually better. For starters, Samsung boasted a 2-way speaker with a woofer and a tweeter for what Samsung claims is better, more balanced sound. You also get active noise cancelling, 5 hours of battery with ANC on, 7.5 hours with active noise cancelling off, and 20 hours of total battery life when you take into account the charging case. These buds also come with an ambient mode that lets you listen to your surroundings. It's nice even if it's not the newest feature. Samsung did boast better call quality. The buds apparently use a voice capture module and 3 additional microphones to cancel out surrounding noises and isolate your voice for clearer calls. Samsung also boasted a feature where the buds would intelligently connect to other devices based on the situation. For instance, if you're listening to music on your laptop and your phone starts to ring, the buds will auto switch to the phone so you can take the call. This seems to only be available on Galaxy devices though, so don't get your hopes up if you don't own one. The Galaxy Buds retail for $149, are on pre-order now, and officially launch August 27th. From here, Samsung talked about several other things. They mentioned their involvement in more sustainable manufacturing and recycling, working with various tech companies like Microsoft to make Samsung features work everywhere, and even took a shot at Apple by promoting open ecosystems instead of closed ones. These little announcements and presentations comprised the last 5 or so minutes of the event. Of course, this is a Samsung Unpacked event, and it just wouldn't be a Samsung Unpacked event without a cringy but fun musical number, which I was gonna put in its entirety in this video, but didn't because copyright strikes suck. YouTube used to be a little more fun. Anyway, that about does it for this one, folks. If you liked this video, you know what to do, and if not, you still know what to do. Again, check that video description for more details about everything, and stay tuned for more content. As always, thank you for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.